If you didn't really think that we didn't have jurisdiction, then no.
I had to take care of this matter because
you know we have jurisdiction. I'm going to revoke your bond if you don't sign it. I'm going to revoke your bond. Right? There's a big difference between a privilege versus a right. You have the right to walk.
I have the right to travel, don't I?
Yes, and you can walk your happy ass from one part to the other part. Not in a car though. Lawyer today.
No, representing myself.
You were charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. It looks like you also, out of the same charge, picked up a fraud as well. I mean, okay, you can represent yourself. That's your absolute right. I don't know how smart it is. Have you ever represented yourself before?
Yeah, many times.
How did that go?
I have many dismissals.
For what kind of cases?
I had a dismissal on unlawful carry before.
And you represented yourself?
Yes.
In this court? Oh, well, I found no probable cause. That's why I got dismissed. You didn't represent yourself.
I was representing myself, but the judge did find no probable cause.
I found, was it me?
No, it wasn't you. Well, I don't know. I think it was you.
I found no probable cause.
I think that was you.
You didn't represent yourself for nothing, man. I did it. Why don't we delay it off a week?
यहाँ सीन थोड़ा ऑकवर्ड हो जाता है। डिफेंडेंट समझ रहा है उसने केस जीता, लेकिन जज क्लियर बोल रहा है वो उसकी स्किल नहीं थी, बस एविडेंस वीक था।
Are you working at this time?
Yeah, and I stay in Austin. I don't live in Houston, so.
What do you do for a living?
I have my own business.
Doing what?
Resell clothing, audio production.
How much money do you make a month?
I can't tell you, but it pays the bills.
You're very cryptic in all of your answers. We are now in court 5. In front of me, I have Eaton Imitum, case number 2522688. Would you please identify yourself for purpose of the record?
The man eats on Amazon.
Yes, he has an open case in the 182nd. Looks like he made a $15,000 bond. With us, I am going to find there's probable cause to go forward. Do you have a Texas driver license?
I have a U.S. private property number with the FMCSA. With my vehicle was on there. It was sticker tags, everything for my business, the Amazon Estates. That's with the Department of Transportation.
Is that from the state of Texas or from where?
This is federal. This is with the Department of Transportation.
From what I know of the law, you need a Texas driver license to be able to drive.
What's this case being tried on? That's what I'm trying to, because I kind of don't know what it's being tried on.
It's
Criminal, civil?
criminal, yeah. Right, in jail time, right?
I believe so.
Weren't you taken to jail?
Yeah.
So that wouldn't lead you to believe it's criminal, right?
Yeah, but under common law, or is it military and tribunal? Because also with
I've been waiting for something like this for so long. This is so much fun.
I'm just trying to see what I'm being tried on, because what I was told with the U.S. side, I have to register with the state of Texas with the registration or licensing. I do have my own place with that vehicle too as well. So
you need a license to drive, a Texas driver license. That's it. If you're going to drive a vehicle, it also has to be registered so that they know that you're driving the vehicle and that you own it or have the right to have that, so it's not a stolen vehicle.
I own the vehicle and everything. When I was here the last hearing with the judge, like what he was saying, he said that when it had applied to me, but he was going to see what they were going to say about the other court about the probable cause of stopping me, because he said registration when it had in the front license plate when it had applied to me.
It does apply. It applies to everybody. Everybody has to have a back license plate. They also have to have a front license plate. And so much they also tell you where it has to be on the car. They regulate. You can't put it in the windshield.
State, right?
State.
Yeah.
Right. They tell you where it has to be. You can't put it on the windshield. You can't put it on, like on what's it called? On the light. Got to be right there. They even tell you how many centimeters it's supposed to be from the street to the actual place on the car. That's how bad the state of Texas micromanages all these things. They even tell you how many damn centimeters it's got to be on the car. You can't drive. And that's it.
I didn't tell him I was traveling. I wasn't arguing with him, but I was traveling. I wasn't making commerce. I used to do medical transportation, so I'm kind of aware with licensing, the registration, and everything. That's why for my private vehicles, I did that with the U.S. DOT instead of the state. But I didn't know that was
correct. You need a license. It doesn't matter whether you're saying you're conveying, whether you're traveling. It's a privilege. It's not a right. Right? There's a big difference between a privilege versus a right. You have the right to walk.
I have the right to travel, don't I?
Yeah, taking your happy-go-lucky feet. You want to travel? Take those 2 feet to travel, not in a car.
Just what the 14th Amendment was saying, like, I have the right to travel.
You do. Yes, and you can walk your happy ass from one part to the other part. Not in the car though. Not without a license and
It
insurance.
was on there from what I did this with the Department of Transportation. They said automobiles were on there, carrier, bicycles.
They're wrong. I'm just telling you now, they're wrong. Whoever told you that, whoever, where you got that,
Agency.
it's complete. Because imagine this, Mr. Emitom, and I've seen this before. Imagine that you get into an accident, right? And you kill a 5-year-old kid. What's going to happen at that point? Whoever owns that car, the other people, they're going to come after you. They're not going to go after they're going to come after you.
Yeah.
The first thing they're going to do is, do you have insurance? And if you don't have insurance, they're going to sue you. And then they're going to attach a lien on absolutely everything that you own to satisfy the judgment they get against you. You have insurance, liability insurance, so that if you ever get into an accident, you don't mean to do it. You didn't mean the kid. It's not an purposement. It's an accident. It's happened. You might be looking at your phone. You're looking at, this pretty girl that's walking across the street, and then boom. So the conveying, this, that, you need a license. You've got to have insurance. And we do it with every single person that comes in.
Can I say for the unlawful carry, the possession of marijuana, the person that was in the vehicle told the officer it was legal hemp that they got from the store. They have receipts and everything in Texas. You can have legal hemp. They got it from the store. He even told the officer it was theirs. He pulled me out the car. He didn't ask for any paperwork.
Now you're making the apples right. Now we got to test it. Is it weed?
Oh yeah,
Is it him? Understand that takes time, but you also need a lawyer to represent you.
I found my own discovery. I was representing myself pro se.
And you can do that if you want.
Yeah.
But we have to go through a series of questions.
I represented myself plenty of times. I had dismissals here from
Remember, and for purposes of the record, so Mr. Emitom had a case with me here. It was actually June 7th of 2022. He was charged with another gun case, and that was with Victoriano. God, that was a TA too. And I found no probable cause in that case, right? So you didn't represent yourself in that case. I found no probable cause and they dismissed it. They didn't have to dismiss it, but they did dismiss it. So other than that case, have you ever represented yourself?
Yeah, many times. I have dismissals all 3 different areas coming. Traffic violations.
You're welcome to do it. Who's one of the worst? Who's one of the best presidents that in history that you think about right now?
To me, right now.
You can't think of one good president that we've ever had?
I don't know any.
Abraham Lincoln, he wasn't good?
I never met him. I don't know about him at that time.
Abraham Lincoln said something. He goes, you know what? He who represents himself has a hope for a client. That's what he said. Meaning that when you represent yourself, there is an inherent conflict and there's an inherent bias, and you may not be able to see things objectively. Meaning that you have your heart, you've got your soul into this case. So you may not be able to see from an outside position if they're saying something that makes sense. You're absolutely entitled to represent yourself. And if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to it. And I have no problem with you doing it.
ये सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट वार्निंग है। जज सीधा बोल रहा है, अगर खुद केस लड़ोगे और हार गए तो किसी को ब्लेम नहीं कर सकते। No second chance, no excuse.
You need to understand though, if you represent yourself, you can't come at a later day and say, you know what? I had ineffective assistance of counsel. My lawyer sucked. Well, you represented yourself. You now can't complain about that. If you lose and I end up putting your butt in jail for a year, you can't complain. You're stuck like Chuck for a whole year because that's what you're facing. You're facing a year in jail. And I'm not here to put you through law school because I have way too much drama as it is. I don't need any more drama, right? So if you don't do it the right way, I'm going to shut you down. Right? I like to be nice to people, but I'm not taking you to school. Do you understand this? Do you understand the charges against you?
No, I don't understand the nature of it.
Okay, you're charged with unlawful carrying of a weapon. You're facing up to a year in jail. What they're saying is that you unlawfully had a weapon. As a result, you were charged, and now you're facing up to a year. Do you understand?
Yeah, what they're telling me, but I still don't understand why I went to jail for that. So that's why.
What do you not understand?
The court procedures or...
No. I'm asking about the nature of charges. No, it's not. Don't talk about the procedures. Don't talk about the licensing, about the conveying.
Yeah,
No.
I'm getting charged for unlawful carry.
Right. Do you understand that?
Yeah, what's going on?
Okay. You have the right, or you understand the range of punishment that you're facing a year, correct?
That's what I've been told.
Okay. You have the right to court-appointed counsel. Do you want counsel to represent you?
I don't want legal advice. I don't need